Like mother, like daughter, like father, like son, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Those type of things. There's a measure of truth behind them, even though they're little sayings or whatever. We inherit much from our parents and the environment in which we were raised. So our parents' personalities, their choices, their habits, their relationship with each other all contributes to making you who you are today. They even shape the way you looked at your own marriage, whether consciously or not. We all tend to either embrace or rebel against our parents' ways of doing things. That is so true because it's a human thing. Our home lives created a set of assumptions that we carried into adulthood. They defined normal for us. If you're not aware of your own assumptions, any of them can become a source of conflict and confusion for you and your spouse. You know, if you're not aware, if I'm not aware of how my parents grew up and what all their habits were, and whether I'm consciously or conscious or not of these things, I need to know, if I embraced or rebelled against what my parents were doing, because I know now, that my home lives was created of assumptions that I carried on to adulthood, that I'm like, oh, well, that's normal. That's normal. So, I got to stop defining what's normal. Because if I'm not aware, it causes conflict. And if I'm not aware of my husband's background and stuff too, that can cause confusion. So I got to get to know him and all his backgrounds and habits. And I also need to be aware of mine too. Your goal is to look at the ways your parents did things and decide which things you need to leave behind and replace them with the example of Jesus Christ. Okay, I got to leave some things, but I also need to replace them with Jesus Christ, the example of it. Not replacing it with bad things. So I got to take a look at, okay, what would Jesus do in his behavior on this? Even the best parents have things they wish they'd done differently, because we're all human. So, the strive for perfection of being a perfect parent, or blaming my mom for not being a perfect parent. We're all human, so that shouldn't even be a thing, because we're all human. When you better understand your tendencies, I was like, is that an F or a P? Sorry. When you better understand your tendencies, and when you can explain them to your spouse, your marriage will thrive like never before. It's really important that I'm aware of my tendencies, and I also communicate them to my spouse. And it's funny because we have spent a lot of time with my parents and you, and we've discussed a lot of things. Even in front of my parents, we've discussed a lot of things, and we've, we're like, oh, your parents are really, and I've started to remember how my parents' relationship was, and I was able to share with you, a lot of the things I remember that were good about my parents' relationship. And you know what? They were human. I had to write that even the best parents have things they wish they done differently. So you know what? My parents, I can give them grace. And stop blaming, because even the best parents have things they wish they've done differently. we do the best we can. I love that, because baby, all my life I've blamed my mom for, I just grabbed on to negative things. But I can remember their relationship. And they did a great job. They really did. They did a great job. And I can take that to my marriage too.
Yeah, because I mean, we think also, we got kids looking at us too,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's like,
Yeah.
I pray that I'm I'm grateful for the grace that I'm giving my parents as the Lord's given me, and I pray for the grace of my children for that same grace, you know, because
Maybe one
we can
day.
see ourselves that there's some
Yes.
things that I wish I would have done better,
Yeah.
and some things that but I laugh at Parenting 101 books. I see those books, I laugh at them like, uh, I'm
Right?
like, they give great information to lay a groundwork of foresight, but actually getting into the game,
Yeah.
that's not a that's it's
Dude.
so I mean it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, and and grace applied here,
Yeah.
grace applied here,
Yeah, because everyone's human.
yeah, for the kids, for the parents, for the family of origin, my brothers and
Yes.
sisters, and
Yeah.
grace applied here.
Because nobody knows what to do.
We ain't but human.
Nobody knows what to do. Like, we're humans.
Yeah,
We need direction. And
yeah.
I mean, if you just take a look at history and the Bible and court shows. We need direction.
We need Jesus.
Like,
We
we
need
need
Jesus.
Jesus.
We
We
need
need
Jesus.
that direction. We
Yeah.
need Jesus's direction that he showed us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do. That's the direction we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
He showed us plainly what road to go. Here, I'll walk it for you.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, y'all will remember.
Yeah.
Like,
But grace applied here.
yes.
Yeah. Grace applied,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.